Good evening, this is BelGeode and we are back with some DCS World, that's Digital Combat Simulator. Now you're probably wondering what in the hell you're looking at here. Well, since we've been flying the F-15 and doing pretty much all of the Bitter Pill campaign, we've been coming up against a lot of MiG-29 fulcrums. So, I decided to make like a little test mission just to see what exactly the MiG-29 can do. And I was pleasantly surprised when I first loaded this up as a test run and noticed that the cockpit is now new and different. And I'm like, holy hell, I don't recall this being like this before. Because I've been in this sucker like once before, but I remember it had like a flat cockpit and everything was just basically painted on. So I think I owe it to myself to fully test this sucker out, since we're going to be going up against it a lot anyway. And you never know, it might lead to a different kind of campaign in the near future. So what I've done here is, like I said, I created a little test mission. And the skin that we've got on this fulcrum is going to be the Ukrainian aerobatic team, which I believe they're called the Ukrainian Falcons, if I'm not too mistaken. And we are here at Mineralnya Vody, and we're just going to kind of fly this sucker around here and see exactly what she can do. Alright, so here we go. Alright, as soon as it zooms out here, I am going to take a quick look around the cockpit here and see what we've got. Wow, that just looks sweet. Now I notice it's also got the oxygen regulator thing that the L-39 has, but I don't think this cockpit you can actually touch everything in there, so I don't know if there's a specific button that I need to turn on. Just to be on the safe side though, I'm going to stay at medium-low altitude, so that way I don't suffer from like hypoxia or anything like that. But look at the layout of this thing. I had no idea that Eagle Dynamics had completely upgraded this. I had heard rumors that this was happening, but I didn't realize it was already out. That is awesome. Let's get a closer look here. I mean, look at that. Wow. That is so freaking sweet. I'm not even gonna lie, folks. I like this. I really like this. Of course, I have a soft spot in my heart for the Russian aircraft anyway, so wow. Alright, let's see if we can start this thing up. I have no profile setting for my Cytec joystick for the MiG-29, because like I said, I've never flown it before. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my F-15 profile and we'll see if it works. So, let's go ahead and see if we can turn on the electrical power. Okay, well we know that works. That's off to a good start here. And is my radio active? Yeah, it looks like it might be. Alright, ATC, Mineralnya Vody, request startup.
Минводы, 101, запуск.
101. Минводы, запуск разрешаю.
Okay, well, I'm liking that. Alright, let's take a quick look outside before we start up here, because I want to take a closer look at this bird. Oh, look at that. Damn, I didn't realize these guys had such sharp colors. But I guess it kind of makes sense. Ukrainian colors are blue and yellow. Wow. That's awesome. I'm not even going to lie, folks. That is freaking awesome. And look, they've got it in Russian on that side and English on the other side. That is very nice. Okay. Alright, and I guess we should probably start her up, so let me put this at, say, this angle here. And we'll go ahead and do the back view like I always like to do. And let's see if we can start up these engines here. Let's go with number 1. And since this is a Russian bird, I don't have to wait for the number 1 engine to be completely started to start up number 2. Now you may notice I've got some missiles on the wing. They are not actually missiles. What they are smoke trailers. So like for air show aerobatics, I've got multicolored trailers in there. Alright, let's see. Is this thing starting? I can't really tell. That's doing something. I guess the sound is coming from the front. Oh, there goes the vents. Let's take a look on the other side. There go the vents. Now the reason why that's happening, the way that the MiG-29 works, in order to prevent like dust and stones and whatnot from, you know, the Russian airfields from getting into the ducts, they actually seal up the ducts when it's on the ground taxiing, and they open up these vents so that they can actually get air into the engines, which I think is actually a pretty neat idea considering the fact that Department of Public Works hardly ever gets out to these airports. I don't even think Department of Public Works actually works on these airports. But with that having been said, let's go ahead and do some controls check here. Alright, we got full deflection on the ailerons, elevators, looking good, rudders, looking good, speed brakes. Speed brakes do not deploy, unless they only deploy at like certain speeds or so. Alright, we'll close it back up just to be on the safe side. And flaps. Okay, that works. Cool beans. Now I'm pretty sure this also has a parachute. I might need that when I come back down, so I'm not even going to worry about it. I am, however, going to turn the lights on. And we're going to close the canopy. Very nice. Very nice. Quite liking this. Okay, I'm going to turn on the mirrors for this one as well. We'll see if the frame rate drops incredibly. Alright, I should probably do a run-up, I'm thinking. So let me hold down the brakes, and we'll run up to about half throttle. Let's see, we look like we are about halfway up there. Yeah, that looks good. We're getting good juice from both engines there. I'm liking that. Okay. We'll bring it back down. Should probably turn on the lights too, the landing lights. Okay. I don't know about you folks, but I think we are ready to taxi and take off. I don't know which way we're going to take off from, so let's go ahead and actually call the tower and get the prevailing winds.
Миноводы, 101, руление.
101. Миноводы. Разрешаю руление на полосу 3-0.
Okay, so taxiway, or taxi to runway 30. Alright, we are currently at 025, so I'm guessing runway 30 starts down there and goes all the way down there. Alright, so that tells me where we're going, which is good, so let's go ahead and move off. Oh, this is going to be good. I've flown the Su-33. Obviously, you've seen that if you've watched my videos in the past. But this is a whole new experience for me here. Love the mirrors on this thing, too. So much visibility. Alright, let's go to the external view now that we're lined up. Looking good. It's looking good. Now I imagine that takeoff speed is probably going to be similar to a Su-27, so I'm probably going to be looking for around 250 to 270 kilometers per hour. Like how I said that. Kilometers. Right now it says 90, so I can only imagine that's because we've got a pretty decent wind going here. I set it for springtime, so I really don't know what the weather conditions are normally like in Russia in the spring. Maybe they do have a lot of wind, but whatever it is, that seems to be what the default weather is that it gave me, which is fine by me. It doesn't look like we have much in the way of like radar and stuff, but this does look familiar because I recall seeing this in the Su-27 and the Su-33. So I imagine if I press number 2, I will get air-to-air modes. Yeah, BVR, Beyond Visual Range. What is 3? EO, electro-optical. Okay, so that's going to be for like heat seekers. Let's see, 4. That is also for heat seekers. And 5. Ooh, I know what 5 is. That's the helmet mounted thing. Look at that. Here we go. So if there was a target out there, all I have to do is just point in their direction and target them. Very nice, very nice. Okay, but for now we're going to put it back to the regular HUD. And I think this is our turn right here, so I'm going to go ahead and come off the throttle. Slow down just a touch. I don't know how this sucker turns here. Oh, it's not too bad. It's very docile from my understanding here. Well, we do have a kind of wide wheelbase, so yeah, I'm not too surprised that this thing is really docile. Like I said, I'm kind of liking this. I'm telling you folks, I'm kind of liking this. I might have to start flying the Russian birds a little more often here. Okay, so this should be the runway that we are looking for, so when I get to the end I will stop and ask for takeoff clearance. Like a good pilot. I can't wait to get this bird up in the air. Wow. Okay, right here looks good, so we'll hit the brakes. Request takeoff.
Минводы.
Взлет.
101. Взлет.
See? I remember one Russian word.
101. Минводы. Взлет по готовности. Отход по схеме на 300. По давлению 732,34.
Alright. Sounds good to me. Okay, so we're taking the active. I've got absolutely nothing else in the world. Just me and this aircraft. So, there should not be any lag at all. Although there was a patch today for DCS World that's supposed to have addressed a lot of stability issues. So, I'm not too worried about it. I'm getting some really good frames again. So whatever it was that they fixed, good on you, Eagle Dynamics. You did a damn good job. Alright, let's see. I want to set this out just a little bit further. That way I can see my engine gauges. We're going to go to the outside view. And if you've been watching me long enough, you know what it's time for next. Brakes down and throttles up. See what kind of afterburner this sucker's got. Brakes off and let's go. Nice. Alright, so we are looking for 250. There we go. We'll start rotating. Gear up. Flaps up. Check configuration. Looking clean, baby. Looking clean. Alright, I'm going to get off the afterburner here, but I'm going to see if I can bring her up to about 1,000 meters up. Or I guess that would be 1 kilometer up. We've got plenty of speed in this sucker. This thing is like light on its feet here. It's kind of like an F-16 in that regard. Alright, here we go. We'll start leveling out. We're a little bit over our target, but that's fine. Okay, so let's take a look at this bird from the outside here. We'll see what we've got going on. Very nice, very nice. This thing handles really smoothly. Alright, now, what is the smoke command? Is it I? I don't think it's I. Is it T? It's T! Okay, so we got smoke, so you know what it's time for. It's time to do some aerobatics. Alright, let's see. What do we want to do first? We'll go with something easy. We'll do like a snap roll to the right here. We'll do a couple of them. Oh, overshot it. Always do that. Smoke trail looks all mixed up. Perfect, perfect. Alright, let's get some afterburner going here. We are at 800 kilometers per hour. I'm going to pull in Immelman. Oh, I knew that was coming. Very nice, very nice. We'll flip around and come off the burners. Oh, that looks so sweet. Okay, so we are at about 4,000 meters up. Not too shabby. This is about cloud level. Yeah, looks like it's about cloud level. Looks good. Looks good so far. Alright, let's see. What kind of crazy stuff can we do with this here? Cuban 8 maybe? Yeah, let's try it. Why not? Okay, we're going to bring it down to about 3,000 and then I will pull up. So here we go, leveling out, pulling up. Alright, Betty, shush. Nobody asked you. Alright, there we go. We'll rotate around. We're back at 4,000. We're going to drop it down to 3,000. Look at that smoke trail in the mirror. That's freaking awesome. Oh, I'm loving this. Okay, here we go. Give it some burners and we're pulling up again. Come on, baby. I know you can do this. Yeah, there we go. There's the sun. We're at stall speed, but I think we should be able to pull her through.
Minimum speed.
There we go. There we go. We actually ended up doing more of a loop-the-loop. Okay, so it wasn't exactly my best Cuban 8, but yeah, it'll have to do. Alright, and there's Min Vodi. Let's see if we can do a low pass on Min Vodi here. Because the other thing that I want to see, I noticed that the Su-27, and I believe also the Su-33, cannot handle inverted flight. Engines have a nasty habit of shutting off there. So, let's see if we have the same issue with this sucker here. I don't want to get too low, but let's try this on for size. I can't see shit. Alright, let's check from the outside. That's looking pretty good. Engines are still running. Alright, I'm not sure how close to real life that is, but you know what? I'll take it. Cool. So I can do all kinds of funky ass maneuvers with this. Alright, let's do a quick low pass here.
Pull up. Pull up.
No, Betty. I will not. Not until I'm done doing what I'm doing here. Yep, that's what I'm talking about right there. And let's go airborne. Now, the real question is, how high can I get this sucker? I know oxygen may or may not be an issue. That looks to be about it. Roll around. Man, this thing is sweet. Holy crap, are you kidding me? This thing is freaking awesome. I'm gonna do a flyby view here. Wow. That's pretty kick-ass. I don't mind telling you, folks. That is pretty kick-ass. Alright, I don't have enough airspeed to do like another Immelman or even a loop-the-loop. So let's see if we can gain some altitude here and maybe pull off a split S. We'll go back in the cockpit for this one. Alright, so we'll roll around, come off the burners, and we'll start pulling up here. Hey look, there's the airport. Very nice. Nice, easy split S. Doesn't get much better than that. We'll finish up with a Chandelle here. Oh, don't start that. maybe it's going to have to be a really shallow chandelle. Alright, are we in position yet? Yes, we are. Okay. Cool beans. I am starting to fall in love with this aircraft here. This is pretty damn cool. Now I wonder if I can do the infamous Cobra maneuver that this aircraft is famous for. Let me see if I can pull that off. I believe it's like straight up and then real quick just drop the nose. Something like that. I don't think I'm stalling yet, but I am going to use the momentum that I've got here to do another split S. And there's our airport. So cool. So cool. Alright, how are we doing on gas here? I can't even tell. I can't read the gas gauge in this sucker. I'm going to assume that we have plenty of gas here. Because if we don't, Betty would have probably said something about it. Alright, let's lose a bit of altitude here. And let's see how tight a turn radius I can do with this sucker. Let's go to the flyby view again.
Over G, over G, over G, over G.
Oh, don't give me that over G crap.
Over G, over G, over G.
I'll over G you.
Over G, over G, over G, over G.
Uh-oh, I'm going down. What's my angle of attack here? Okay. That'll be the gauge just below the HUD off to the left, below that hose that's stuck there. Every time it goes over 15, that seems to be when Betty acts up. Alright, but we've got full military power here, so we should be able to make it all the way around. I'm just going to keep it at this attitude here. Alright, there we go. Nice. Alright, let's get some more power. We'll do another low speed pass here. Very low. Now one thing that I know the F-18 can do that I'm not sure if this sucker can is like a high angle of attack but still get some forward movement here. So let me see if I can bring her to stall speed. We'll try to compensate for it with the throttle. See how this works.
Minimum speed.
Yes, I'm aware, Betty.
Minimum speed.
I'm aware, Betty.
Minimum speed.
Okay, it doesn't look like she likes that.
Minimum speed.
Alright, how about that angle right there? Hold that. Come on, baby. Hold it. Hold it. There we go. Looks like we got it there. Our airspeed is pretty much set. Really, really low speed pass here. Take a look from the other side. Look at the smoke. Alright, not too shabby. Let's go ahead and get some burner here. We'll shallow up our angle. And then I'm going to go around that mountain over there. So far, I am really liking how this aircraft handles. Holy hell. No wonder they're such a pain in the ass whenever we're going up against them. This is not bad at all. This is not bad at all. Alright, so we got this mountain down here. I'm going to see if I can fly around it real quick. Come off the afterburner here. I really don't need to be wasting that much gas. Alright, so we go to external view. Sideways. And let's see if we can get around the mountain here. Very nice. Very nice. It's got a pretty decent thrust to weight ratio too, from what I'm able to see, because from the moment we got that stall warning, we're still going up. You kind of want that in a fighter jet. Yeah, look at the lens flare from the sun. That's awesome. Okay, where did I put Mineralnia Vodi? It's around here somewhere. Alright, I need to find the airport here. Nope, that's the mountain. Oh, there it is. Okay, I know where I'm going now. Whee! No, baby. No, baby. We're not doing that today. Alright. So now we're going to do a pass over the runway, and then we'll turn around and bring this bird back in, because I think we've had enough fun for one day. So here we go. Lined up on the runway, doing good, doing good. Around center line, we'll see if we can do a snap roll. Like right about there. And do I have enough speed to pull off another Immelman? Or Immelman, I should say. I can't speak anymore, jeez. Oh, shut up, Betty. Nobody asked you. Oh, crap. I'm almost blacked out. Alright, there we go. Are you happy now? Are we good? We good? Okay. Alright, good deal. Now the trimmer still seems to be pointing us up, so I'm going to adjust that slightly here. Okay, my hands are off the controls, and it looks like we've got a slight downward trim. What happens if I make one change there? So trimmers aren't exactly centered,
Fuel,
but...
1500.
Oh, okay, well, thank you, Betty. I appreciate that. Alright, Betty has told us it is time to end our show. So, now that we're past the airport, we'll go ahead and turn the smoke off. See ya, smoke. We'll slow down a little bit here. It's not quite at idle, but it's slow enough that I should be able to gain a little bit of distance away from the airport. And when I do my turnaround, we should be good to go. Alright, so I'm going to go out this way. I'm also going to contact Minvodi Tower.
Минводы, 101, возврат.
101. Минводы. Следуйте курсом 199. Удаление 2. Давление 732,34. Посадочный 30. Занимайте высоту круга.
Okay, will do. So yeah, I gotta say, I am surprised that I never tried this sucker out before. It didn't even dawn on me that this was like a brand new version of the Fulcrum, but it is definitely well worth it. I am going to have to try this sucker in combat and see if it flies anything like the Su-33 or the 27. So far, I am really enjoying this. Alright, throttle to idle, and while we're lining up, let's see if those speed brakes will work now. Oh, they sure do. Very nice, very nice. Alright, we will bring that down to a little below 200. And we'll start dropping the gear and the flaps. Not even gonna lie, this is one sweet aircraft. I'm really liking this. I don't know why I never thought to fly this sucker before. Alright, we are at 235 knots.
101. 0-1. Работайте с посадкой.
Okay, will do. I want to land.
Миноводы. 101. Разрешите посадку.
Wow, landing gear comes out real quick. Alright, so we'll head back in the cockpit and see if we can line up, because that wind is still blowing us all over the place here. Although it should technically be a headwind, there's no telling. I don't think I have it on dynamics, so I didn't even pay attention to which direction the wind was blowing from. Alright, but we're about 340 kph, 330, no lower than about 300 until we're on short final here. We're going to keep our glide slope right about there. That should do the trick. Whoa, that was an air pocket. Alright, yeah, this is looking good. This is looking good. I don't know why it's so much easier.
1-1. Миноводы. Проверьте выпуск шасси. Посадочный. 3-0.
Okay, will do. Let's check the gear. Everything looks good. We are in the perfect configuration. Let's bring this bird home. Yeah, I was saying, I don't know why it's so much easier for me to fly the Russian aircraft than the American ones. I sincerely hope that when a Tomcat comes out, it's actually something that I take to like a duck to water. Alright, but here we go. This is our spot. Drop the throttle to 0 and flare. We're down, baby. We're down. And parachute. Oh, that's a graphical glitch. I'll have to mention that on the forums, because that's not supposed to be like that. The interior is modeled. It looks like the exterior is not. Okay. Not a problem. I just passed my turn off, but that's okay. I know there's another one coming up here. Wow. Not even gonna lie, folks. I'm in love with this aircraft. I am in freaking love with this aircraft. I haven't even taken it up for any combat sorties yet, but holy hell. And looks like we did not die of hypoxia, so this is also good. Alright, we'll go ahead and pull the flaps back in. You can see them in the lower left corner there. They just disappeared. So one thing I will say about Russian aircraft, they try to keep...
1-0-1. Заруливайте на стоянку.
Do you mind? I'm trying to talk here, buddy. Yes, I'm in a taxi to parking area. I was saying the one thing I like about Russian aircraft is they try to keep everything simple, and they try to keep everything, you know, modular. So, like the RWR is on the same spot, and it looks like the same exact icons. The flaps and gear indicator, same exact thing. You know, it's stuff that I've all seen before, so it makes it real easy for me to understand what in the hell I'm actually doing in this sucker. I wish Western minds would think like that. Modularity, it is the key. Okay, this is our exit here, so go ahead and turn around, go over the grass. Luckily we've got the air intakes closed for the engine nacelles. It is closed, right? Yeah, those vents opened up again. Okay, so cool. I have to admit, this is a pleasant surprise. I never would have expected the MiG-29 to handle like this. This is really freaking smooth. If you have the Flaming Cliffs 3 add-on for DCS World, I would highly recommend you hop into the 1.5 open beta and try this sucker out. Because this is really good. This is really freaking good. It's about time this aircraft got some love. Flight model seems fine. I mean, I don't know if they consider this the advanced flight model or if this is just like considered the average flight model, but whatever the case, I really like it. It's very docile. It actually does what I want it to do, and I can even manage to pull off some aerobatics in it. So yeah, this is great. This is really great. Thumbs up, Eagle Dynamics. Now, if only it could get like a clickable cockpit, I think we'd actually be in business here. But honestly, if you're going to go through the trouble with that, then you also better give us the F-16 Fighting Falcon. We might as well have its arch nemesis in here as well. instead of just as an AI craft. Alright, but as soon as I get back to my parking spot, that will be it for us. So, I do definitely thank you for watching this. I know this was kind of a shorter mission here, but I just wanted to test this plane out because I had heard that they were working on it, but I had no idea it was done already, and I have to say I am really freaking impressed. So thank you very much, Eagle Dynamics, and thank you everyone for watching this. I'm going to go ahead and park this bird now. So I will catch you on the next one. We'll probably do some more campaigns sometime in the very near future. But until then, I will see you on the flip side. Alrighty, folks. Ciao.